Going to start trying to fit this guy. So find my back section, right, and we want to make a slice down the center. So I'm going to go ahead, kind of mark what that is. Okay, take an X-Acto knife or a box cutter, either or. Just really quickly make a little stab right there, then tug this thing up. Should give me a teeny tiny little notch. Sliding it over the little nub. Okay, one. Now we've got to make the other two cuts, and then we'll do the opposite side and then tug for these sides and get this guy fitted up nicely. And then later I'll bring in the other two sides that I haven't brought in yet. Okay, so I'll measure the distance between nubs and I'll mark, and I'll make a cut along the same line at the exact distance, right, and then make the cuts and slide that side on. So at this point I've got these three nubs just cut through the alcantara and installed, right? So all I have to do now is work the sides on either side, and then I'll do the fronts. And obviously as I'm working the sides, I want to tug toward the front so I have material to grab the front. You could just do the front first, but sometimes it's a little finicky with what happens to the sides afterward. But I might actually do that because it's pretty easy either way. We'll see. It's gonna be a pretty tight fit. Man, I should have fitted this before I sewed up those corners. It would have made this a lot easier to do. So it had more free material. But oh well, it's coming along little by little. I'll keep doing that and then get that fitted. So there it is, mounted on the thing. Now there's a bunch of mistakes that I made along the way and ended up with this opening up too much, and you could see it when I tested it on the car. So I ended up having to stitch this to seal it, and then I ended up, you know, out of kind of boredom, stitching it all the way up. I could match that on the opposite side, but I kind of like the stitching as is and I don't want to mess with it. Either way, the final measurements of this ended up a little bit off, but I did learn a lot of lessons, right, that are going to help me do this much better next time around. And key things is, for example, I will place material first here and here and meet it in the center to get the right measurement for this, because just taking a measurement of the width and adding a little bit wasn't enough to get this accurate. You can see it's too tight here, so it's kind of bunching up there and I can't hook to these other two without really like fighting this. Part of that is also because this alcantara is very stiff because of the backing. If I had the standard stuff that's thinner, it would probably stretch no problem and the measurements would have been accurate. But that's the thing, you gotta adjust based on the material that you're using. So those are things that you improve on with time. Obviously I'm not a professional at this, I'm just kind of learning as I go. So for now, my car does need a shift boot, so I'm going to go ahead and install this. But as soon as I get more alcantara material in, I'm going to go ahead and redo this, because for now I'm out of alcantara and don't have a choice. But either way, once it passes all the kind of like inner ridge here, you're good. You'll have coverage and it'll look nice in there. This will look palatable at least until such a time as I can make a new one, and I'll do it way better with a lot more material, and I'll narrow it up more in the top so I don't have to seam it this way to narrow it, which I think ruined it. I could have tucked it back on itself. There's things you can do, but ultimately it wasn't the right measurement for what it should have been, and I should have thought of that when I was making it. Alright, let's go ahead and put my Miata back together. Shift boot in here. A little bit better than last time. Doesn't look all broken. Yeah, I feel like this is probably supposed to go in here like that. Plug my Bluetooth in. cables. That's pretty good. Pop these guys in. It's on. It's just obviously not perfect and not ideal, but it'll do for now until I can swap it out, make a better one. I don't know that I want it to sit low like it does. I kind of want it to just pop up, but we'll see. Alright, so that's gonna have to do until I can get more material. It's not the end of the world, it's not bad, but it's not what I wanted, obviously. It's not like the top perfection that I was going after, so I'm definitely going to redo this and get it right. And then we'll see how I go about matching the steering wheel a little bit better. But there you go, there's the final thing, and it just goes to show you that, like, you watch a lot of YouTube videos and you always get the highlight reel, right? They edit out the mistakes and they show you how everything worked out perfectly in the end. And oftentimes stuff does, but oftentimes it also goes wrong, and I like to show that as well, just so that you guys see that it's not just that easy. Stuff is not just handed to you. You don't get a perfect result every single time. You fail and you have to learn from your mistakes and do it again and do it better. You learn and you grow, right? Like anything else in life. So if you make a mistake, don't let that get you down. You can always start over, start fresh. I'm going to order new material and redo this and make it perfect this time around, and just is what it is. And you learn and you move on. So if you enjoyed the honesty there, if you want to see more videos like this, I'll always be honest with my videos, try to post the mistakes that I make, but also try to show you the right way and the correct way to do things once I figure it out. So as I mentioned early on in the video, I wasn't really happy with how that shift boot came out. So me being me, I went ahead and sewed up a new one using leather, and I did have just enough alcantara actually to make one of the panels out of leather. So what I basically did was I was much more generous with the material, basically allowing myself more toward the bottom where it was going to meet with the knobs that hold it to that little trim, and just basically had it so that I had a lot of extra. I made the patterns wider, and that allowed me to create something that fit on without too much issue. There are some things that I did learn from this one and the previous one. At some point you probably noticed that I was like, why do these seem different lengths? Well, there's an obvious reason for that, and I was so into it at the moment that I just didn't notice. And that's the simple fact that if you have two triangles and they're the same height, but one has a wider base, then the lengths of the diagonal sides up to the point are going to be different lengths, and the wider one will be longer. So really the solution for that was to make the narrower sections taller to compensate, which I didn't even do on this one, but I will do on next iterations that I do. But this one does fit very nicely. I am happy with it, so ain't no complaints on my end. That's the final product, so enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I post up another one. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave that in the comment section, questions as well. And as always, thank you guys for watching.